nights are bright, Dimitri and Doreen light up the side. He's the real estate to Poppy, closing deals all day. She's everybody's favorite, spreading love in every way. But come Tuesday night, it's a whole new scene. They link up live with Jen, the Houston queen. She's the vice queen of H-Town, proud as can be. And behind the scenes, Tia keeps it running smoothly. 3 the hard way on a Tuesday night. Tia's in the booth making sure it's tight. 2 cities apart, but they feel so near. When they go live, it's the show of the year. Dimitri and Jen, 30 years in the game, from Navy days to podcast fame. Best friends for life, making memories anew. With Doreen and Tia, it's a powerhouse crew. Jen shouts H-Town with southern pride. Dimitri counters with his Vegas vibe. Doreen just smiles, keeps the peace in check. And Tia's on the board, making sure there's no wreck. 3 the hard way on a Tuesday night. Tia's got the sound, keeping things just right. It's a comedy ride, so buckle in tight. Cause when they start talking, it's pure delight. Jen's got Houston, Dimitri's got the strip, trading playful jabs with a teasing quip. Doreen's the heart, but Tia's got the reins, running the show. She's the brains of the game. So mark your Tuesdays, don't miss a beat. 3 the hard way brings the heat. From Navy bonds to a married life, through laughter, love, and a little strife. 3 the hard way on a Tuesday night. Live from Vegas, Houston inside, with Tia in charge, behind the scenes. They're the sharpest crew you've ever seen. Dimitri, Doreen, Jen Glenn too. With Tia's magic touch, they're the perfect crew. So grab your drink and take a seat. With 3 the hard way, your week's complete. Out in Vegas, where the nights are bright, Dimitri and Doreen light up the side. He's the real estate to Poppy, closing deals all day. She's everybody's favorite, spreading love in every way. But come Tuesday night, it's a whole new scene. They link up live with Jen, the Houston queen. She's the vice queen of H-Town, proud as can be. And behind the scenes, Tia keeps it running smoothly. 3 the hard way on a Tuesday night. Tia's in the booth making sure it's tight. 2 cities apart, but they feel so near. When they go live, it's the show of the year.
Now out in Vegas where the nights are bright, Dimitri and Doreen light up the site. He's the real estate Poppy, closing deals all day. She's everybody's favorite, spreading love in every way. But come Tuesday night, it's a whole new scene. They link up live with Gender Houston Queen. She's the vice queen of H-Town, proud as can be. And behind the scenes, Tia keeps it running smoothly. Free the hard way on a Tuesday night. Tia's in the booth making sure it's tight. Two cities apart, but they feel so near. When they go live, it's the show of the year.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Three the Hard Way. I am your host, Real Estate Poppy, aka Dimitri. There's my lovely wife at the bottom of the screen, Doreen, the honorary queen of Crenshaw. And there is my lovely best friend next to me, the lovely vice queen of H-Town, Jen Glenn.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
How you ladies doing today?
Good, good.
Very good. I had an interesting weekend. Want to hear it?
You have a lot of energy right now. You're well rested because you
Hey, I already warned you earlier this week. I probably wasn't going to be up at 5:30 in the mornings.
okay.
Oh, you were
Made me
warned.
feel all guilty. So I had an interesting weekend. I was fed two very interesting food dishes from people who brought me food at the swap meet. One, which happened to have raisins in it. And I didn't think, okay, maybe this is just me. Do Black people like raisins?
No.
Or they just don't like raisins in their potato salad?
We don't like raisins.
I don't think we're a big raisin. We
That's
don't keep
what
the raisin industry. Yeah.
So I let one of the regulars at the swap meet have some packing tape. And because of that, he brought me in the next day a hot sweet roll that had raisins in it.
Nice.
And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I didn't think Black people like raisins.
That's why he gave it to you, because he didn't want it.
Maybe because he didn't want it. I don't know. It was warm. I tried to pick out the raisins. It didn't work out so well, so it went in the trash. But it was the thought that counts.
But it was delicious.
I had a Japanese lady. I must have been looking like I needed some sweets or something. Brought me this weird Japanese dessert that was made out of some sort of like vegetable root thing.
Tusa probably knows what it is. I'm not being racist. I mean, he's half Japanese. So
yeah.
what kind of sweet roots do you eat, Tusa?
I don't know. It is some Japanese root dessert, and it came in like a pie tin. And so I don't know. I took a bite or two of it and kind of like, okay, thank you, and brought it home. And it's still sitting in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I should have Michi try it on the show, and he can tell us what he thinks. But it was like a custard root vegetable, like pie crust thing. I don't know. It was odd. But here's the fun thing. Yes, Michi.
I was just going to say, Kaleo said rum buns with raisins are incredible. That's that Hawaiian. That's that Hawaiian side of him talking.
Oh, that's the Hawaiian side talking.
Raisins.
I know it had raisins in it, but I was like, well, he was at least thoughtful. And then I met two very interesting, very famous people at the swap meet, and famous as in like Vegas famous. And so the first person I met, I don't know if you guys would know his name or not, but his name is Frankie Moreno. He's come into my swap meet twice and bought stuff from me from my shop. But he is like the longest standing performer in Las Vegas. You can Google his name. He's the longest standing performer in Las Vegas. And he currently has a show at the Virgin Hotel. And it's a drag show. So you can about imagine his personality.
Have you been to his show, Doreen?
No, I have not. I've not.
You want to go?
I don't think I've ever been to a drag show.
Okay.
But he actually now invited me to his show and gave me tickets to see his show.
Oh, nice.
So And he bought a bingo dauber. So that was pretty cool. And with him this time when he came, because we talked for like 15, 20 minutes maybe. This time when he came with him, he had a nationally known Barbra Streisand impersonator with him. And it's a set of twins. I think they're called the Edward twins, possibly. And his big thing is Barbra Streisand. And he's like been on TV shows and he's had his picture taken with Barbara, and you can hardly tell the difference between the two. Anyway, he bought 2 purses and left me with the 2 purses because he wants me to rhinestone his purses for him.
The whole purse, front and back.
It's more of like a trim. One of them is the shape of a piano.
Nice.
He brought me a piano-shaped purse he wants me to rhinestone.
And you said trim. I know Perry's ears or Lewis's ears popped up.
Oh,
He's
trim.
always talking about trim.
Mhm.
But please proceed.
So that was my. Yes, Michi loves his twins. Yes, he does. Have you ever dated twins, Michi?
It's a long story.
Oh,
But,
so you
that's for
have.
another time.
So the answer is yes. So that's how my weekend went at the swap meet. It was actually quite interesting. So I'm rhinestoning some purses, met a famous Vegas performer, got fed raisins and some weird vegetable root from a Japanese lady.
Okay, well, my weekend was pretty good. You know, it was Memorial Weekend. And
Right?
it's so funny about that holiday. That holiday always just pops up on me, just like the Super Bowl. I don't keep up with. I know it's going to happen every year, but I never keep
You
up
just
with
not.
it.
It just surprises you still.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my brother, I figured we go over to my mother's house and my brother will probably barbecue, and we'll, just have barbecue for Memorial Day. But he decided to barbecue on Friday. We all went over there and ate, and then, so we were like, well, what are we gonna do for, Monday? So we decided to come over here, pull my grill out.
Oh,
Now, y'all, I don't cook outside. I cook in the house.
right.
So my daughter and her boyfriend decided they were going to throw some hamburgers and hot links on the grill. So that's
What
we
are
did.
hot links? Is that like a hot dog?
It's like it's a sausage, but it's spicy.
Okay.
Like it's
Like a
very
brat.
spicy. And I was trying to choose between eating it off of regular hot dog buns or white bread.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
on Monday when we went to the store, and your husband was like, "Of course you got to eat it on white bread."
Yeah, you can't
Right.
eat a
Fold
hot
the white
link
bread in
with a
half.
hot dog bun.
Mhm.
What, babe?
So you fold the piece of bread in half, right?
Yeah, you just wrap it around the hot link
Mhm.
like you would a hot dog. But hot links and white bread go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Mm.
Or
Damn.
like Kaleo would say, spam and rice and seaweed.
Too big.
The Honorable Rolanism has graced us with his presence.
Rolanism.
Do you have anything you would like to add to your? See, you can tell who's some Texarkana. White bread with mustard.
See, Perry's like,
Oh
with
yeah, mustard too. You know what? I think I forgot to put mustard on mine. That's what it was missing. And
See,
and
yeah,
Mitchie, when
white
I got
bread's
the
so
white
good.
bread, I decided to get the thick cut. What we call Texas toast.
Mhm.
That Mrs. Baird. So it's a real thick cut of bread. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's almost like having a hot dog bun, but white bread at the same time.
The
Mitchie,
best of both worlds.
Mitchie, what did you do this weekend?
Besides stress, not a lot because I've been thinking a lot about Creole Leo. So
Okay.
everyone knows that the first song got approved with no issue. The
Right.
Popey Doke. But the second song, they still want to prove it and they still won't tell me why.
Oh, you tried
And
again?
yeah, well, I keep asking
Oh,
why. Just give me a reason. Tell me because it's racist and just give me a reason. Don't just say no.
right.
So even though they won't let me, again, they're treating me like Muhammad Ali when they wouldn't let him fight. Even though they're treating me like this, I can see the impact that Creole Leo is having on the Catholic Church. And I'm going to share that with you guys right now.
Vocação, oh, vocação, oh,
Vocação, oh, vocação. Rapaz, que é isso?
They weren't doing that last year.
Oh, look at him. Look at those dance moves.
They were
Look
not
at
doing
those
that
dance
last year.
No, they
moves.
were not doing that last year. Mitchell, do you know what country that's from?
Brazil.
Oh, that's in Brazil. Okay.
Brazil, the country with the largest amount of black people outside of Africa, which Africa isn't a country, but
Oh. The more
You
you
know.
know. Where's
Yeah,
your the
I'm
more
looking
you
at
Brazil,
know?
the largest importer of hair.
so yeah, let me turn Doreen's ticker off since she's not being verbose anymore.
I know. I tried to keep it short.
Yeah, so other than that, just trying to work, trying to figure out how we're going to make this successful and staying on top of the chat so I don't get too lost anymore. So let's say hey to everyone who is here supporting us tonight.
Hey, everybody.
We have our lovely executive producer Tia, who had to dip out a little bit today, but she was there with me from the beginning when we started the show, filling in for KB, who is also in the chat. And
Oh
we
yeah,
did
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and tell them what happened this morning.
Oh, you mean when Tia had to leave and she was talking to Miles and she was
You
like,
better eat those goddamn scallops. You gonna honey taste these scallops. You better eat them scallops.
we have James just popped in. Pedro Bryson, thank you for being here. We have Chappie, my friend from first grade, maybe even kindergarten. We have Lewis in here.
Harry.
The aforementioned Rolandism. There's Lioness. Man, you guys are like packed in here today. There's
That's
With Love
amazing.
R&B.
I love it.
Yeah,
Who
look,
was
there's a lot
the-
of people in here today.
Yeah, who was the motivation for the song that we released last week. So
Nice.
thank you again for that. Who else is in here? We have Tusa of
Tusa.
Cuddle Me fame is in here. It looks like she's doing very well because she has me tagged.
Aw, thank you, Rolandism.
She has me tagged in her post, and there's just like hundreds of people responding and liking, and I'm really happy for them. Maybe we can get a piece of that fame one day.
Maybe we can get an exclusive interview.
It shouldn't be difficult to get, I wouldn't think. We have our neighbor from America's Hat. Lisa is here with us today. There is the Godfather, Kendall B. I was about to say, hope he had a nice funeral. You can't say stuff like that. I mean, I hope.
I know. It's almost
Hope
like,
the
well, what did you
sandwiches
say
were
about
delicious.
a funeral? Yeah, like how do you say that? I was messing with him in the chat on Friday. Hope you have
Hope
a
they
great
had-
funeral. Yeah, like
Hope they had good mints.
I can't say.
yeah.
I hope it was
your funeral
uneventful.
goes
It was-
successfully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
You
it
guys
uneventful.
remember those mints that they coated with sugar and they were like soft, and they would always serve them at funerals?
I remember those mints, but
Maybe
we didn't
that's
get those
just
at funerals.
Midwest thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think I see
It's
at
probably just
funerals
a
are either
Midwest thing.
lifesavers or those big soft peppermints.
And grocery store chicken. And we have my vice boo
Right.
Amanda here, so that means the fishing buddy Ed OG
Fishing buddy is
Triple
somewhere
OG.
close.
He has to be close.
Yeah, unless he's out
And-
somewhere digging a hole.
And then we have
That's shocking to me because you're black.
my brother from another mother. And then there is Ubi. Ubi is about to become really famous in the next couple of weeks. I am writing the next episode for the GRU saga
Oh, nice.
Oh,
before we
the
go all the way back to the
GRU.
beginning and start. So hopefully by this time next week, I will have something to present to everyone. And I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy it. And even if you don't, I don't care because I'm just.
Awesome, Ubi.
Oh.
So yeah, that is it. And we are 15 minutes in. We should, Amanda said that Ed OG, Triple OG, and there he is right there. Hope he's done digging holes. I think he is because he's in the chat now.
Oh,
And you
why was
really
he
can't,
digging holes? Did I miss something?
probably looking for an urn to get a ring out of it. If y'all would have
Oh
been
my
here for the
god!
show this morning, you would know what we're talking about.
You're never
Should we
gonna let
just,
me live that down, are you, Michi?
I'm done talking about it right now.
Oh,
I
okay.
probably shouldn't have said I was going to be Ike Turner because people who don't know us, they may take that seriously. And then if Gentry comes up with a knot upside her head, then they're going to blame me for it.
Uh-huh.
I had a knot on my forehead earlier this week when I woke up.
She did. I was like, oh,
I'm not
Lord,
kidding you. It was a big old knot on my forehead.
you better get some
Like
Benadryl because
Michi's like hitting me again.
I was
we're
gonna say,
not.
what were you sleeping on?
No
Pillow got a
idea.
rock in it?
All right, let me see. Ed OG says, in the chat and in the kitchen where I belong.
Amen. Amanda does not play, does she?
Mm-mm.
All right, let's get into the show because today is, and hopefully Gentry remembers that we changed the thing so she doesn't have to. Oh, what do you mean? What day is it? Camel Day? No, it's not Camel Day. This is
It's
our
National Day.
Camel Day. It's Camel Toe Day.
It is not Camel Toe Day. It is National Grape Day, everybody.
Oh,
Hey,
great
Kang.
day.
And I have
Hey,
notes about
Kang.
National Grape Day. National Grape Day celebrates one of the oldest cultivated fruits in human history. Grapes have been grown for over 8,000 years, originally in the Middle East, and were prized for their flavor, versatility, and role in winemaking. The day itself is an unofficial food holiday in the US, believed to have gained popularity through agricultural appreciation efforts and fruit marketing campaigns. It's a fun excuse to enjoy grapes in all forms, fresh, juice, dried, or fermented. And I
Does that
used
mean wine?
nah, that's fermented grapes, babe.
Yeah, that's what he said. You said fermented, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's technically wine day.
If you want to say so, I mean, whatever
Well,
you think,
hell,
babe.
any reason to get out some wine. Okay, please continue.
So, and I felt kind of guilty because when I created this image,
Go
I was
ahead,
like,
Kang.
yeah, I like her, and she was based off of Kelly Rowland. But I was like, but my wife is white.
You base
So,
everybody off of Kelly Rowland.
so then I also had to do this
Oh,
one.
hello, King.
Oh, look, my boobs look good in that one. Thank
Hello,
you.
King.
Well, and it's not only National Grape Day, it's also National Grape Popsicle Day. So I made this one for y'all.
Oh,
Look,
look
y'all,
at
it's
that.
clean. It could have been when he said he made this for us, I was worried about
I know.
what the
I
popsicles was gonna look
was a
like.
little worried too. I was
Yeah.
a little worried.
And y'all see how tasteful it is? I mean,
It is
So
it's
tasteful.
tasteful.
I really want to see the less tasteful one you probably made.
I know he has it on his computer there somewhere, I'm sure.
I did not do a less. I'm trying to change because again, y'all see I'm on the edge right now. Chappie said,
I can tell.
that's
You're
not
right
regular
there,
fantasy
Mickey.
dream. I am on the edge.
You're right
So
there.
Risa says she likes the way you think
Thank you,
with
Risa.
being a
Thank
wino.
you. Any chance you can get for an
Those,
excuse
those
to
are
get
not
that
eggplants.
straw out.
I am being a decent person going forward. So no,
Yeah.
they're not eggplants. But if you look on the bucket that has the champagne in it, that is my shout out to what happened to me this morning when I was abandoned.
Wait, so what happened to you this morning?
Okay, tell everybody what happened to you this morning. Just
Y'all
go
left me
ahead.
by myself.
Go ahead.
I already knew that Doreen was like 99% out. I was
Yeah.
hoping she would wake up, and I even cleared your chair out. All my magazines are on the floor, but
Aw,
yeah, that didn't happen.
sweet.
So then I was like, that's all right. We have a Gen Pop episode. Gentry will never let me down. I'm like, Bueller.
Bueller. Bueller.
Gentry was nowhere to be found.
But y'all, he tells this story like he was there by himself. I was 30 minutes late. I think I got in there like 8:33. I from 8 to 11, a show that ends at 11.
Uh-huh.
He was okay.
I'm sure he was just fine.
He was okay. He just needs to shake it off. But no, Michi, I can imagine because I know that anxiety you feel when you first start and like you don't know what's gonna happen. And like, but
So
it was like you were only there by yourself for 30 minutes.
Chappie and I have been talking about our favorite episode of Benny Hill.
Uh-huh.
It's when he was, and this is a skit, he was going to host this talk show, and he was going to devote the entire show to interviewing the oldest man in the world.
Oh.
So as soon as the guy walked on stage, he died.
Well, at least that didn't happen today.
So he had to fill that entire show. And that's how I felt. I was just here swinging in the wind.
Wait, but
Glad
you
you
weren't in there
replied.
swinging in the wind. That's my whole point. You were swinging for 30 minutes. Doreen,
Okay.
literally
Like it was
30
3
minutes he
hours.
was swinging. From,
What if you
that's
show
it.
up 30 minutes after your flight leaves? Is that okay? Oh, it's only 30 minutes. They'll come back.
No, then I missed. No, that the difference is that I just
Oh
missed
my
the flight.
God.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I missed the flight. Like, it's over with and done. But you know what I'm saying? Like, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It's like, shake it
Why
off.
didn't you like this?
So James,
agree
so
with
he
this.
told you what happened and why I definitely wasn't up, huh?
No, what happened?
I did not finish it, Andor. I got through season 1, I believe episode 6, I want to say. I don't want to do any spoiler alerts and say where I left off, but I believe I have made it now through episode 6 of
Oh,
season
Doreen, you were up watching Star Wars.
maybe.
Oh, okay.
I told Michi last night at about 10 o'clock, I think I said, I was going to watch one more episode. Yeah, that didn't happen. And because then there was one more, and then one more, and then one more. And pretty soon I'm passed out in the recliner.
I generally don't have problems in the morning because I have to get up and take my daughter to school. But it's summertime, and I don't have an alarm set on my clock now.
So
I was
yes,
like,
Neither do I.
I was
But I
watching
was up at
Star Wars
3:30.
Andor.
yeah, I don't get up. I don't get up till I have to get up. And I swear something like shook me up. I was like, oh, okay. Let me go.
Yeah,
Let
there
me
was a
hurry to go.
disturbance in the force.
Disturbance in the Force.
Oh, and here's the Ubi that we love. I've never seen Star Wars. You saw everything this
Oh my
morning.
God, you've never seen Star Wars?
Yeah, I thought she was making a turn. I have to be honest with y'all. I haven't seen the whole. I remember when they did the ones back in the day. I saw those movies. I did not see. I saw one, the first one that came out. Was that the 2000s?
The first one came out in the 70s.
The prequel.
Actually.
No, I meant the prequel.
Oh.
The second run. Was that the early 2000s those came out?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
I saw one of those, and then I haven't seen one since.
Haven't seen one since. Thanks.
Yeah.
See, Perry understands. You slipped me a Mickey.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even talk about what happened. What I
Jesus
brought
Christ.
home for you from the swap meet, Michi.
What was that, babe?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Baby, no, let's not talk about those. We're trying to be good.
Okay, okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
We want to monetize this.
I feel like these cookies probably had something in them, but I'm gonna just be quiet.
And I didn't bake them. Somebody else baked them.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
even bake them.
Yeah.
They were brought to me. I don't know why people love me and they bring me these food products.
Doreen like this?
At the swap meet,
Why
people
would
love to
you
bring
like
me
this?
food. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Let's get into the next topic.
Okay, let's do it.
Mocktails. I'm sure everyone knows what mocktails are, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Mocktails.
So I had my good friend Duke summarize an article for me,
Okay.
and he titled it "Mocktails Be Mocking Your Wallet." And this is his summary. Mocktails may be booze free, but those price tags fully loaded. As more folks lean into sober living, health conscious nights out, and dry everything months, bars are cashing in, literally, from $15 faux gin drinks to $75 bottles of non-alcoholic wine. The sticker shock is real. One woman called her juice-based mocktail nothing more than fancy blend of grape and orange juice served with a hangover of regret. And while bartenders say fake spirits cost as much as the real thing, customers aren't buying it. Well, actually they are. but side-eyeing the receipts. Meanwhile, some joints are serving mocktails with mystical vibes. Think butterfly pea flower and rose quartz for the same price as tequila. And one guy said, at least with these potions, you don't end up at a sketchy after party at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
My thing, I would rather be at a sketchy after party at 5 a.m. instead of spending $15 to $20 on some juice.
I think I would rather just get a Pepsi or a
Yeah.
Coke than than a mocktail.
Because
If I'm gonna have anything that says cocktail or cock in it, it better be alcoholic.
I just feel like if you're gonna pay that much for a pretty cup and like, it being all decorative, it better have some alcohol in it. Because you're getting all of the calories and none of the fun, and you're paying the same price.
Right?
Forget that.
Decorated with little basil leaves or whatever that is.
Yeah.
If anybody tries to give me a bottle or something or a drink without alcohol in it, and I want alcohol in it, this is what we're gonna look like
I know
at
that's
that
Oh
right.
my
bar.
God.
Because I ain't playing with y'all. And one of my favorite athletes ever, Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Oh yes.
He is a 7-time F.A.W.N. champion.
Yeah,
But that's
he's
not
your
why I'm
he's your
talking
race
about
car
him.
driving boy.
So he's vegan, he's super healthy, and he has a brand of tequila out now and is non-alcoholic. That's the
Are you
only
gonna try
reason
it?
people. No, I'm not drinking that. And I love Lewis Hamilton. I would support almost anything he does, but I'm not doing that. Who drinks tequila for the taste?
Right.
Not
Exactly.
me.
Not
Tequila
me.
shots without the Ela. No. Mm-mm.
That's
Mm-mm.
what you put in those mocktails. You keep it in your purse, you sneak it in.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. Mhm.
That is, I don't understand it. I mean, I do understand it, but I don't, because if you're not drinking for a reason like you're on the wagon, then that's great.
Yeah.
But you don't want something that tastes like something that you're on the wagon for,
Right?
because then it could potentially drag you back in.
How
Yeah,
do you feel about non-alcoholic beer?
The same way I feel about non-alcoholic
I don't
anything that should
understand
be
drinking
alcoholic.
non-alcoholic beer because I don't think beer tastes good. So
Beer
why
is
would
disgusting. It's not. That's why it's an acquired taste.
yeah?
So I'm
So
not
why
gonna.
would you drink non-alcoholic beer? I don't
I
know.
remember that was a time in my life I thought coffee was disgusting. I guess that's an acquired taste too, but
True.
yeah, no. I listen, I just don't understand why you would take in the calories and not get the fun. I don't even like those Welch's. What do you call those? Like the Welch's grape drinks that they would give you if you don't want to have wine at,
Oh,
some
at
kind of
church.
festivity.
At
Well,
Yeah.
that's
church.
just regular grape
Or
juice
like
for
for
us.
kids. Like for
Like,
Mm-hmm.
kids, like that Welch's grape drink. I'm like, no,
Yep.
if just go ahead and give me some champagne.
like on first Sundays, because my dad was like the head deacon or whatever. So all of the grape juice that was left over in the little communion things, I used to knock those down when we like after church.
Oh, I'd like to tell a quick little story about that. That was funny because my daughter graduated from 8th grade. And so because she went to Catholic school, like church, the graduation was basically mass, with a graduation included. And so if you're not Catholic, you're not supposed to take the Eucharist, I believe it's called, where you take the bread of Jesus' body and the blood. But I was like, I mean, I'm a Christian. I don't see why I can't take it. And this is why sometimes I look over and my children have their heads in their hands because I'm embarrassing. So I go get because it's set up different than, Protestant church, I go get the bread of Jesus. And then I keep walking and I pass up the wine chalice. And then I go back to my seat and I'm like, wait, and then it's sticking to my mouth. I'm like, where's the wine? And yeah, I'm asking this all like during church because Catholics are good in church. They don't do all that talking. They're not like the Baptists. They're not rowdy. Like they make the Baptist church seem extraordinarily rowdy.
Oh my
So
God.
then I'm like, no. I was like, this is stuck in the roof of my mouth. My daughter's like, sit down, sit down. I'm like, nah, I need some of that. I need some grape juice. So then I go back up again, right? And then I find the lady with the chalice.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I'm about to get some nice Welch's grape. And it was Boone's Farm. I was like,
The
I was
first
like,
time I
went
went to a
let me get
Catholic
another
church,
swig. Let me get another swig off of that.
well, I got a swig too. I was like, ooh, we all drinking out the same little Lil John cup.
Yeah, they did.
So
But they wiped it down. Did they do it when you visited the Catholic Church?
yeah, he had his little handkerchief or whatever it was
Yeah.
and wiped it. And I was expecting grape juice, and I got more than I bargained for.
Hmm.
But
Oh,
you in
sweet
there with the
tea.
wafers, like you eating sunflower seeds, and then we need to go to a church together. Let's go to
Oh,
Snarky and Mac Bros Catholic Church and
Oh,
show out.
okay. Okay.
oh my God. Did you see Sweet Pea
Gentry is like, is
Radio?
that Stella I know, Kendall. I'm like, this Bones Farm is Stella
Oh,
Rosa.
and you know what, Tia?
It was a little rose.
Some people just like virgins, Tia. Some people just like the virgins.
Uh-oh, Kaleo said something. I missed it. Here it is. The body tastes like Hawaiian sweet rolls
We
in my
rose
church.
in my church.
Oh my God.
Jesus like, hey.
No, Jesus is like this at his church.
Oh my
Shaka,
God.
shaka.
Mahalo, brother.
Wait, Michi, in your church, did they have like the little unleavened bread that looks like a chiclet, like a really big chiclet? Or did y'all have torn up pieces of bread?
No, we had the little chiclets
unleavened
with no
bread. Yeah,
salt.
look like
See,
a cracker.
Ours,
Yeah.
we just had a regular piece of white bread cut up into squares.
Well,
Okay,
and I'm
y'all had the
thinking,
regular,
why
right?
doesn't it
That's what
taste
we
like
had.
anything? Jesus is black. He walked around in the desert. He had to be salty. Can y'all just sprinkle a little bit on
Salty
there?
bread?
I think it was supposed to be more like the bread they had back then, but I was thinking like, Jesus probably ate on like some naan bread or something like that.
That would have been with some garlic. That would have been delicious.
Kendall said the preacher's like the blood of Christ and Gentry, as long as it's not 72.
Oh,
Yeah, 72 was a horrible year. Can't be driving to
as it's not
2010 after drinking a bottle of 72.
Mm-mm. I was like,
I'm
y'all
not
got some
a
more of this in the
monster.
back?
Roland said, you will not come to my church.
No,
I
Michi, we
love
gotta go
challenges.
now.
We
I
gotta
know,
go.
Michi, we gotta go now.
Let me see what
Let me see
gets a
what
spirit
next.
ticket
Let me
Let's
see
make a
the
road
next
trip.
spirit flight. Let me
and
see.
get the
I'm gonna get the
Kaleo
big
chair in
seat.
the front,
Let's check the calendar.
the casting couch.
Let's get the big seat, and head on over to the Max Church.
I'm gonna bring my own chalice too. I'm gonna be like Little John. Yeah.
Can you imagine all of us showing up at Matt Bros Church ready to have some communion?
Oh, I
I know
can't
the
wait to do
wok
that.
or the skillet would come out immediately. If we behave ourselves, then she probably wouldn't hurt us. But
I know, because that's what I had to kept telling myself. Like, okay, Gentry, don't do the. Oh yeah, amen. Like when he was doing the it's kind of like a call and response, but not really. I was like, did he wants us to say something? I almost started clapping at one point. They were not
Gigi's like,
expecting
take
to
your
clap.
time, Pastor. Take your time.
Take your time.
Gigi said, torn up pieces of bread for Presbyterians.
Okay, torn up piece of bread. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
get the
had
chiclets and
chiclets.
the wine. And I was so happy to be saved because when you're a little kid or just young in church and you're so ready to eat, and it was like, ooh, I get the little cracker and juice.
Oh,
That'll hold me. That'll hold me till we get home.
oh my God, Perry Ripple. The Ripple.
Knowing what I know now, I would have brought like some little peanut butter packets or something there to spread on it, because it's not fair that they didn't put salt
Heck,
on those little wafers.
heck yes, Kendall. Cheese, curds, and Miller Lite. That's what we're talking about right there.
If I had a church, we'd have like some Ritz crackers. Everybody get a whole round Ritz.
Well, Perry's like, did she just openly suggest looking for a flight on Spirit? Yes, to fly from Vegas to LA.
Yeah.
If you can do it for 75 cents, why would you
Hell
not?
yeah.
For a 45-minute flight?
Only okay, so Lewis, only the short trips do we take Spirit, and then we try to get the big seat. So basically, I'll fly from Houston to Vegas, pick up these two, and then we'll fly to LA. And get an Uber, head straight to Mass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Get the casting couch seat in the front, the Kaleo special, and then we're good.
Oh, I'm not well behaved enough to sit in the front row. Nah, we're gonna have to move back a little bit.
Who could I sit? I'm not gonna sit next to Roland, because if I make him laugh,
I'll
and
sit
then
next
Mac
to
Bro looks at
Roland.
us.
You can sit
Yeah, we
next
gonna
to
have-
Mac Bro.
Oh, Kaleo's grandmother used to put sandwiches in her bag to feed them at church. That was a good grandmother. Because
Oh, that
most of
was
the time your grandmother
smart.
have like what
That's a
you
smart
said.
grandma.
Yeah, the little rich cheese and crackers or some peanut butter crackers. His
That was a
mama had
smart grandma.
whole sandwiches.
Full of spam.
Yeah, it was probably fried spam too. I bet it was good and salty. Doing like this.
Ooh, this is oh no.
Granny, you have another sandwich.
Speaking of being in a Catholic church and Mac Bros Catholic church cutting up, it could make us anxious because when you have that wok and that skillet just waiting on you,
Yeah.
You know it's gonna come. You know it's gonna come out.
I think everyone in Through the Hard Way suffers from some type of anxiety.
But you know what? I'm actually professionally diagnosed. I'm on the meds, and Michi's glad I'm on the meds.
Yeah, the one time that
You
But
just
the
crash
one
out
time
when
I
you're not
didn't
on the
have the
meds, huh?
meds, oh, it was not a good. It was not a happy time.
I think we even talked about it before. She couldn't get her
Yeah.
medicine for a couple weeks or whatever. So
You
I
were like,
did
ooh.
something that
Ooh, I
was
was irritable.
so it didn't deserve the response that I
Minute.
got.
Yeah.
And she went off like she was like Turner. And I just went to bed. I was like, I'm not
You
doing
were
this.
like, ooh.
He was like, "Holy crap!" Even our roommate at the time was like freaked out.
Michi was like, let me get some numbers to some men's shelters.
Right? It's a men's. Woo, it was bad. It was bad.
Really, I was thinking, I don't know what she thinks she's talking to. But then I was like,
But you said it real quietly in that room, huh?
I didn't even say it. I
That
just
was
thought
with
it.
his inside voice.
You know how when your mom's mad?
Oh God.
Yeah, and you go in and you close the door and you
Yeah,
get in my
exactly.
truck.
I can't wait to move out of here. Ooh,
So
she can't tell me what to do.
I now
Wait.
make sure I take my meds every day.
Chappie said, I worry if I ever go to church, they would circumcise me with a lightning bolt.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that
that would be
sounds
a fun.
Well,
painful.
Yeah, I
based
never
off of
seen that
what you did
happen.
at boarding school,
That would be fun.
that would be a fear of mine as well. He had a good time at boarding school.
I know. I can't wait to hear about Chappie's boarding school experiences.
Maybe he'll talk about it this Saturday at noon Pacific, because Chappie and Dave J, the Godfather Kendall B, and I will be watching the Champions League final and doing some
Nice.
commentary on it. So,
Okay.
Awesome sauce.
yeah, I don't have anything up to QR coded or whatever, but let's get back to this anxiety really quick.
Okay.
Our lovely executive producer has created a chart for us. So on this chart, things that make anxiety worse: caffeine, check; neglecting sleep, check;
Check.
alcohol,
Oh, check.
check; too much sugar,
Check.
check; messy living. If I could turn this around, you can see
Mine's
my
not
office.
messy, but Michi's little living space is.
Check. Skipping meals,
Check.
check; not enough exercise,
Oh, check.
I started a soccer workout last week and my ass was hurting so bad from doing the lunges and everything.
Wait a minute. I was like, why would your ass hurting? Like, what kind of exercises are you doing, Michi?
Lunges.
Is that for legs?
Yeah.
Not your ass.
Yeah,
Too
but
much
it's
time
all those
online.
muscles. All those
mean-
muscles work together.
I love your ass. It's a cute ass.
Uh-oh.
Too much time online, check. Not enough fresh air, check. Not enough water, check.
Check.
Watching the news, check. Because I
Half
watched
check.
the news today and it was bad.
Yeah, the news
And-
will have you crazy.
And not as all of these.
All of these.
I checked
I'm
all
like-
of them.
I'm all of them minus the messy living space. So you're pretty much screwed, Michi.
What about you, Gentry?
I stopped drinking Diet Coke, so I can't say that about the caffeine.
But
I
do you
don't
drink
neglect
coffee?
sleep. I don't neglect sleep. I just don't sleep very well. Like I feel like I don't sleep. I sleep 3 hours at a time. I'll sleep for 3 hours. I'm up for 2. I'll sleep for 3. I hate
Mhm.
that. I don't do alcohol. I think I eat like a regular person. So yeah, too much sugar. My bedroom is a messy living space. That's why I try not to stay in there too much, but the rest of the house is okay. Skipping meals, nope. Not enough exercise. I exercise too much time online. Probably so. Especially now, like trying to
With
keep up with
radio,
everybody. Yeah. Cause
the
I
radio
didn't use
stuff.
yeah, but keeping up with everybody,
Mhm,
I'm like on Instagram trying to see what everybody's talking about and
mhm.
just trying to find content. I try to exercise outside so I get enough fresh air. I think I drink enough water. I don't watch the news
Mm.
and not asking for help. Sometimes I'm like that, but most of the time I'm like, hey, can you help me do this?
Yeah, I don't ever
But
ask for help. Well, I ask Michi for help a
And
lot,
I don't
yeah,
ask anyone.
but I don't
That's
think Michi.
a
yeah,
big part of my problem. So,
yeah, you gotta ask for help. But
or I could
when
just leave.
he's just gonna walk out in the field one day just like a dog,
Oh
just walk
God.
away from home. You never see him again.
Just disappears.
Kaiser
But they
Soze.
said so when your anxiety starts to trigger, they here are some tips for recognizing anxiety triggers. Because when you figure out your triggers, because a lot of these will lead you to anxiety, you figure out your triggers, you have to figure out, okay, so I know what my triggers are. What do I do now? So you like keep a journal. You can keep track of your feelings on paper. I don't like writing my feelings down because I feel like if somebody finds my journal, I'm going to be very upset.
I used to
So
have a
I'll
diary. Not no
yeah,
more.
I sit
Mm-mm,
there now and I just think to
mm-mm,
myself, "Oh, I just think it instead of writing it down."
mhm,
So, identify the stress that's in your life and like what you can do about it. But like pick out, okay, is this the thing that I'm stressed about? Am I stressed about my job? Am I stressed about like an incoming baby or a move? And you
mhm,
have to, it says reflect on past experiences.
mm.
So previous trauma can trigger anxiety. They say you should talk to someone, just talk to someone about your problems, and also listen to your body because all of those things that's on the sheet that we have right here, things
Mhm.
that make anxiety worse, all of that can trigger your anxiety.
Mhm.
I
Good.
I don't know how to fix it. So I'm already talking to a therapist and I have her crying sometimes. She's probably going to a therapist. And
She's talking
You
to her
want some of
therapist.
my meds, Michi? Do you want some meds? I have
I
meds.
I do not. I just I need to get caught up on everything and make sure the Doreen is set. And then I'm just gonna bounce. I'm gonna go to
Just go.
Thailand or
He
something like
need
that.
he needs all kind of
Oh
medication. I'm telling you.
God. You just gonna take off. Where was that country where you can live for like $500 a year or something?
I'm not
Yeah,
going there.
Erica's saying having to keep a journal causes anxiety. Yeah, it causes anxiety for me
Right?
because I'm like, I don't put
Makes
my deepest, I'm not, my
you.
deepest, darkest secrets are staying right here.
Mm-hmm.
Roland said that's why I write poetry.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
that's
go.
nice. Yeah. Have an
So,
outlet.
and I tried that before, but my poetry was so angry. I was like, man, let me tear this up before somebody finds it and I get blamed for everything that OJ did, for Lincoln getting shot, for that's when I was like horribly angry. I'm not
Well, you should
anymore.
probably figure out what you're angry about. Did you ever figure out what you were angry about if you're not angry now?
Well,
Hey,
it was just
Aaron.
the way I was processing things because
Oh, okay.
like situations are situations. Like
Right.
if somebody came to the door right now and kicked it and took off running, I'll be like, okay, they kicked the door and took off running. I can't catch them, so why am I going to be upset about it? But old me would have been like, y'all hold on a minute. And I would have been gone trying to find out which house they
Chasing
ran in.
down the street.
And it's just the way that you process things. The world is still the world. I just
Right.
look at it through a different lens now. But even that new lens is a little cloudy now. So I just think
Okay.
I need to get caught up on everything, make
Well,
sure that our team is good, that our clients are good. And it's difficult right now.
yeah. Yeah. That midlife stress. I'm telling you, it's this
Oh,
time of in our lives. It's the most
mid
stressful.
midlife crisis. I know about that.
This is like my fourth midlife crisis.
This is my first midlife crisis.
I don't know if I could call it a crisis, but I just know that
Mm,
you just have more to do during this age because now all of the responsibilities that the older generation had, because our parents are getting older, is now being passed down to us.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, we've talked about this before, like you're having to take care of not only yourself fully, but you're having to take care of your parents. You're having to look out for them, your grandparents, you're having to look out for your kids. Yeah, everything. This is just a stressful time of life. And this is where we have to make all of our moves, you know, money moves, to make sure we're straight. So when we're old, you know, we can relax.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good
Gigi
idea.
had on the tackle one at a time. Start with drinking more water, which I have a ton of water back
Water.
here.
Oh yeah, we
And
keeps our water.
dude,
Oh, look at that cup.
yep. So we should probably move on because we're trying to be efficient today. I think Tia is probably proud of us right now.
Right?
And we may
Yeah, you're doing great.
not go over too much so we can get into rolling show on Station Head starting at 7:00
Yes.
p.m. Pacific. So I think we have an ad
Or
coming
9
up
o'clock
for
Central.
our executive producers. So I will bring that here.
Oh.
Okay, we have Tia's Trinkets. Discover the beauty of handcrafted gifts. Visit Tia's Trinkets today and find the perfect piece that speaks to you. Tia's Trinkets on Instagram.
Tia's trinkets are so
They're amazing.
adorable and amazing. And yeah, I love them. And I have a wife who is also a crafter. And Tia's stuff is
Adorable. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll even give her props. It's adorable. If you don't have something from her, you need to.
you absolutely
Yeah,
do.
if you make us big, I'll show my pen that she made for me that I love, that I use every day.
And I'm not having a stroke. I just saw somebody
I have
say
my
something.
pen. I have my pen she made for me on my craft desk.
She made me a bottle opener, a Cowboys bottle opener.
Michi, we were saying if you can make us big, we'll show off our pens that Tia made for us.
Oh, there's
Oh,
her
yeah.
pen.
You know, I love having G on everything.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. I love that.
And when we were on the cruise last time, I had a Diet Coke purse, and Tia made me a Diet Coke pen to match. So you should have seen me whipping out my Diet Coke pen out
With
of my
the
Diet
Diet
Coke
Coke
purse.
purse.
Yeah, with the Diet Coke purse.
Mm.
Okie dokie. And we will go here really quick. The first step in crisis management is recognizing you're in a crisis.
Oh, wow. Perry said a nice thing.
He's in therapy too. He has to be. He didn't come up with that by himself.
I was like, oh my God, did Perry just say
That's
that?
what his crisis
That's
manager told
amazing,
him.
Perry.
Yeah, no.
Very well
His
said.
crisis manager is the old homeless dude at the liquor store. Like, hey, young blood.
What, the one that sits outside the liquor store with a cup,
Oh my
hoping
God.
you'll
Yeah.
give him a pour?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like shaking the cup like, hey, young blood. The first step to recognizing you're in a crisis.
I love that.
This is Faith's. It's not mine. It's her carrot cup.
The red
Let's-
solo cup.
I think it's time for the question of the day.
Jen Glenn's dropping the question of the day. So lean on in, don't you delay. It's Jen Glenn's question of the day.
Oh, I
Played the
love
whole
that.
thing this time.
Yeah, I love that cute theme song. That is not it.
I'm like, wait a
It
minute.
is.
Why
Oh, that's the
is
intro
Elvis in
to it.
a
Okay.
toilet showing?
So, and I realized what he was doing, because Elvis, they said he died on the toilet. Like he
Yeah.
was so
That's what they
constipated.
say.
Michi, I was looking at that because I was like, I hate toilets. I have a toilet phobia.
Ooh, yes, James. Yes, we do. That would be amazing.
But guys, I wanted to know, when we'll look at this clip, but when we come back, I want to talk about your worst way to die, like your biggest fear, like the way you just do not want to go out. But I want to look at this clip that talked about embarrassing deaths.
All right, here we go.
These are some of the most embarrassing deaths ever. So Kirstie Alley's mother died on her way to a Halloween party wearing blackface while her father was dressed as a KKK member. An 82-year-old man in India was killed from a flying cow after it was struck by a train and flew 30 meters across the wayside, killing him on impact. Troy Leon escaped death row in 1980, celebrating the feat with other escaped inmates at a bar. only to die in a bar fight just hours later. Heinz Steininger had a 4.5-foot beard and ended up tripping on it down a flight of stairs to his demise. Serial killer Bruce Lindell accidentally stabbed himself in the leg while stabbing his victim, and he ended up dying at the scene for when police arrived. Emma Black died after recreating this scene from the Titanic while on a cruise ship and then ended up falling overboard, only to be found 8 months later. Jose Luis Ochoa died after being stabbed in the leg by his rooster in a cockfight. And finally, and similarly, Stingray Soren died after his rooster attacked and killed him as a revenge for putting him in a cockfight. Somehow that's actually real. These are...
Uncle Dandy, you better be careful.
So don't get a cock.
Jesus Christ.
How do you die? How does a rooster kill you?
They have spurs, like the metal spurs that they put on their claws or their talons.
Yeah, I think
On
like
their
the
feet.
cockfights,
So
they
we
tie
probably
switchblades or some sort of blades to their
But I
legs.
mean, what do he do? Like caper? Oh, I could see the one who got stabbed by his rooster. Maybe it got infected, but he said that the rooster came after him, the last one, and like killed him. And I was trying to figure out, did he like peck his eyes out? Like, how do you kill a human being when you're a rooster?
Well, Chappie knows because the Tottenham Hotspur, that's what they are. They're fighting roosters.
Fighting
So
roosters.
again, when you put the metal claw on them and they start scratching,
Attacking you?
Because I always try to figure out like why people are always running from Chucky. Because I was like, he's a dog. I would kick him in his chest and watch him fly across the room, and I would slowly walk away.
That's an excellent point. Excellent point.
Yeah, how's Chucky murdering all these people?
daydreaming
But
knows.
I wanted to know, Doreen, what's your worst way to die?
I think for me, personally, it would have been the way the chick went down trying to do Titanic. Drowning. Drowning scares the crap out of me. Because, I mean, knowing that I have anxiety, I've had plenty of anxiety attacks, and those have been one of the scariest things in the world when you feel like you can't breathe.
Oh yeah.
And you just can't get your breath, and you're just, yeah. So for me, I think it would definitely be the whole drowning thing and not being able to breathe and catch your breath.
Okay, a drowning. Okay, what about you, real estate poppy?
Drowning, being burned alive. and
Burned
my
alive.
biggest fear. Yeah. Dying in fire,
Yeah,
burned
Okay.
alive. But my
Yeah.
biggest fear is being buried alive.
I knew that.
Buried alive.
Buried
Okay.
Yeah.
alive.
But the thing and that's not really a way to die because you're still alive and you're buried. I don't want anyone to find me on the toilet dead. That would be so
Okay.
embarrassing,
Like Elvis.
like Elvis. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't have anything to worry about because I would be dead. But yeah,
I would-
well,
I would want to be
Maybe-
naked.
maybe if I'm dead on the toilet, don't call 911. Just burn the house down.
Just
And
burn
then
out.
Just burn the house down. Okay,
He
done
was
and
on
done.
the toilet smoking.
Done and done. And if I die in the bathtub naked, just burn the house down.
deal.
Okay,
What
so
about you, Gentry?
my worst way to die. Do you remember in that, I believe it was that 80s? I remember it, so it had to have been in the late 80s when that little girl fell down the well. Jessica.
Oh
She
yeah,
fell down
definitely.
the well.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not want to die with my limbs like in the wrong position. Like I don't want to fall in a hole and die. And then I don't want to fall upside down and my leg is one way and the other leg is another way. Like, yeah, I don't want to fall. I don't want to have to lay somewhere weird in a weird position and die. However, I die. But like being in a confined space and like I can't move my arms or my legs or something like that. Like, no. What
Yeah.
happened to that little baby Jessica? Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be my worst way to die. And I think my second worst way to die, like you're driving on a cliff, and if that car like rolls off the cliff, oh, just
Oh, that would
God,
be scary.
just take my body. I mean,
That'd be
full on. I don't want to die and have a panic attack at the same
At
time.
the same- Yeah, see, that's where I was going. I was like that whole panic.
Yeah, everybody else survived, but it was like that panic attack turned into a heart attack and it killed her.
Look at Ubi being messy.
Whitney.
See, rest in peace, Whitney.
But I would
So
take all of y'all's way to die before falling in a hole weird.
I
Yeah, I don't
remember the
even know how to
baby Jessica
describe that.
thing
I do. I totally remember that thing. Yeah.
because I was watching, I think my mom and we were watching All My Children. And then it was like a breaking news thing.
Oh,
Like,
we
man,
should.
you
I wonder
messing
where
up
she
all my
is
children.
now. Baby Jessica. We should look up. She's probably like our age.
Maybe we should have her as a guest on the show.
We should try
I'm
and
gonna look
find
her up.
baby Jessica.
Like, hey, remember when you fell in that hole and interrupted all my children?
She sure did. They interrupted everything, and I mean, they worked on that. And can you imagine? Like they worked on that for days.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was over 24 hours. That little girl was just in that hole like that.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just dropped the bowling ball down there and finished it.
Yeah.
And then
She said,
turned all my children back on.
She says last time I saw an interview with her, she said she doesn't remember it.
Oh, she doesn't remember the whole thing.
Yeah, she doesn't
I guess
remember it.
being little and traumatic, maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to
but,
die cave diving upside down.
Yeah, I don't cave dive. I don't bungee jump.
Oh,
I don't do any
bungee
of that
jumping.
stuff.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I don't do any of that. I don't want to fall weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't want to die weird.
We have a really quick segment because this is setting up something for next week.
Yep.
Welcome to White Girl News.
Take it away, woman.
So, White Girl News is one of our favorite desserts to make during the summer, at least on the white girl scale. And that is
you never had no dump cake.
What?
You have never made a dump cake. We've been together almost 20 years.
I'm just saying, like white picnic, family gatherings, dump cakes are like a thing.
Okay.
But does anybody know why it's called a dump cake?
Do you dump all the ingredients into a crock pot?
Well, not a crock pot, into like a baking dish.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So it's basically one of those things you call it because you just dump everything into this pan. You aren't really mixing and stirring things together. You just get a bunch of ingredients and dump it all together. And it's usually obviously dump cake, so it's obviously a dessert.
Okay.
But the top dessert dump cake recipe is a lemon dump cake.
Okay.
Now, I am not a big lemon person. Michi will tell you the only lemon I really eat or drink is lemonade. I don't really do a whole lot of lemon stuff. So for next week's White Girl News, I am going to attempt to bake a dump cake. Now, I don't bake, but it can't be any worse than my family recipe cookbook. I'm going to try and do a strawberry cheesecake dump cake.
Okay. And I think we said we will all try to do a dump cake. I'm going to try to do one too.
You're going to make a dump cake. I don't know, Michi, were you going to do your own version of the dump cake?
We'll just go together.
Michi's like, I ain't going to cook a dump cake.
I mean, buying all those ingredients for a bite of cake.
But I feel like when I looked at the ingredients, I was like, you can get all this stuff from the dollar store.
Oh, yeah, you really could. We could turn this into like a dollar store dump
Another
cake.
dollar store dump cake recipe.
A dollar store dump cake challenge. Because it's really just a canned fruit, really, and a cake, like cake mix, butter. Those are like the big three.
Yeah.
And like the one I'm going to have is going to have cream cheese with it to make it more of a cheesecake kind of thing. But
you would pick the most expensive dump cake that we could make.
But Kaleo's right. Like I think we call it a cobbler.
Oh, a cobbler. So the dump cake is the white people's word.
Yeah, because we don't call it
White Girl News.
Yeah, Doreen, we don't call it a dump cake. But that's a real thing, a dump cake?
It really is a thing. Yeah, it really is a thing. And the lemon one is like the most popular. But I'm gonna attempt.
That's what I'm gonna try to make, the lemon dump cake.
Yeah. Do you like lemon, Gentry? Are you gonna attempt the lemon version?
If they have, I'm gonna go to the dollar store and I'm gonna see what ingredients they have. I'm gonna try it. Let's try to do that, Doreen.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
I bet the dollar store won't have. They might have cream cheese, but I bet you they won't have strawberry.
If they don't have lemon, I know they'll have peaches. So
peaches. That's another good one. Okay. Let's do it. That's what we'll do.
Okay. We'll have that for y'all next week.
I'm glad that is settled. So we have 15 minutes to do this while I am looking up
yay.
something else.
Oh, look, it's Kaleo.
Kaleo and the guys. All right, y'all. So catch the WRSE podcast on Thursdays at 9:30 Eastern on YouTube. Join us as we listen to our friends talk about current events and their love of sneakers. And also, you can catch me on The Culture. QR code.
There's so many QR codes over here. I'm
I
scrolling.
know, so
Where
many
the hell
QR
is
codes.
Gentry?
No, you put it
Well,
up.
yeah, well, while I'm looking, y'all check that out too. Cuddle Me Bad.
Oh, Cutting Me Bad. Yeah, their whole album is on Apple now.
Go to Color Me Bad. Download their music.
And then this isn't an issue that I need right now, but y'all remember when I get stressed out, this is one of my anxiety things. Pray for
look
me,
at
Baby Yoda.
Yoda.
I have no idea where. Oh, there's The Culture. It's the second one.
Yeah,
The
no,
Culture,
you had it
everyone.
up. You had it up first. You saw it, right, Doreen?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
going
you
through
had
all
it.
of them, huh, Michi?
Well, this is something that I've been meaning to do for the past month, and I keep forgetting. So you guys know that I'm moving forward with the GRU universe, building everything, writing everything. So if you would like to be a character, you need to go here. Make sure you're following GRU on Instagram. Send me a picture and a description of your bio. And like I said before, if your bio is too far from what I know you to be, then I'm just going to delete everything and you will not be.
Can I just send you my bio that says white girl? White girl from Midwest. That should cover it.
You already have an extensive bio.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, y'all go to GRU, DM the account, and you will be a student. You're not going to get paid, at least not yet. But maybe once you monetize it, a select few of you will. Maybe
GRU, Grand Rising University. Okay.
GR.
You know.
Thank you. Oh man, what did Khalil say really quick? We're doing really good because Tia gave us that 15-minute buffer. And we are already on Generation X topic of the week. From Atari to AI, we've seen it all.
Pete Miser wants to know if we could make the conversation more cheerful. Like, how would you like to die?
Oh, that's a good question. How do we like to die? I know how I'd like to die, but it's naughty.
I want to
How?
die the
I
same
wanna
way
hear it.
Kaleo wants to die, between some titties.
Oh,
How do
God.
you want to die, Doreen?
I think the best way to die would be like mid,
Oh, really?
I think
Okay.
that would be the best way to go because you're feeling good. You wouldn't expect it, and then bam, you're gone, and you're seeing the lights.
I don't want some man bragging talking about, oh, I killed her. I killed her.
I was
in there
so
killing it.
good. I gave
killed
that lady a heart attack.
And she used to call me Play
I was
Uncle.
that good.
I ain't no Play Uncle no more. I'm the Grim Reaper.
I want to die like most Americans in the hospital of heart disease. Like I just want to die in the hospital. Have family come in and out. I'm in there for about a week. And then at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, everybody be calling talking about she passed.
She's gone.
She passed.
Yeah, I remember when Joe Jackson, I forgot which birthday it was, but he went to Brazil and he was partying with those girls and taking Viagra and drinking and he had like 5 or 6 strokes. 5 or 6 strokes. See, that's
So they had to ship his body all the way back from Brazil.
He didn't die.
Oh, he didn't die.
Oh, he
through.
ended up not dying.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, he didn't die until like I think a year or two later. But that's the
but that's the way to go.
So
that's that color purple sentence. But Michi, what about you? How would you like to die?
In my sleep. Either in my sleep.
Yes, Kaleo.
Either in my sleep or racing a car around a track. Like legal racing.
Oh.
So if I can like just crash a Porsche into a wall and it blows up, because that's a story y'all be telling forever. Oh, y'all heard the way Michi died?
He died
Yeah, he was
engulfed in flames.
out there doing white folk stuff, racing cars around the track.
Hey, didn't that guy from Fast and the Furious die that way?
Yep.
Mhm.
That actor from the Fast and the Furious, yeah. He went out fast and furious, just like that.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah, so either that or a gunfight with the Klan. Like if the Klan surrounded the house,
Oh my God. Here we go.
that's it. I want to
just
die in
wanna
my
die.
sleep,
Yeah.
or wreck a Porsche, or a shootout with the Klan.
No, I just want to pass away slowly in my sleep, just old and uneventful.
That is the best way to go. If you can't have a shootout with the Klan, then that's what I want to do.
Oh God.
We are being very verbose. So let's talk about this embarrassing trends topic.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, this is a picture of the 2003 NBA draft, where apparently Steve Harvey suits were on sale. And all of the richest young men in the world, or at least in the United States, got one of these from Harold Pinner's.
They was on clearance.
It was on something. I'll let y'all discuss this while I look over here, because Ed OG and the Bulldogs, I'd rather people talk about me coming and going at the same time.
I see how most of the men want to go. Yeah.
Yeah, see? Mm-hmm.
So
is trends really embarrassing, or are they just embarrassing later? Because at the time they're not
Yeah, at
embarrassing.
the time they're not embarrassing, but looking back on it, you're like, what was I thinking?
Right.
Because go ahead, babe.
No, I remember, I would say it was embarrassing, and I don't think I have any pictures. I looked, and I don't think I have any. And I'm sure all the ladies, at least the white girls, would remember when we were teasing our hair, and we would hold our hair up here. We'd take the comb and then tease it, and then like really spray it down with some Aquanet, so your bangs were like standing straight up and going like this.
You did that, Doreen? Oh, goodness.
Oh, I totally did that.
Okay.
And then I would even do
of you
like the
that.
side, like behind the ear. You pull it out, you tease it, you spray the shit out of it with some Aquanet, and you look like you had like these ear things, and then your bangs were like, oh yeah. And then you're all like foofed out, like those hair bands. Oh heck yeah. I totally did that.
Yeah.
I could never find the hairspray other than Aquanet that really held it into place.
Yeah.
And it would not move.
What about you, Gentry?
I think that the trend that I regret following is, when they would do the makeup and the contouring. Like, I love wearing makeup, but they would put like that baking powder, like yellow baking powder or something on their face. They call it baking.
Oh.
And yeah, it would have your like highlight up here looking kind of yellowish. And I look back at pictures and I'm like, God, why did I do
You're
that?
like Donald Trump.
Like you're looking a little jaundiced. Ooh, I know another one. Blue eyeshadow. The bright blue, like 80s eyeshadow. Oh my God, as white girls loved our crazy blue eyeshadow.
The big hair and the blue eyeshadow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Dream Queen said mock bangs and feathered sides. Yep.
So I actually had something too to show. I saw this teacher on this post about all these teachers that have been arrested. And I sent the post to Michelle. I was like, who does this teacher look like? She's like, I have no idea. It looks just like her. I just don't have time to bring it up now because Tia, we're doing good. We're going to be done on time. And I don't want Tia on my neck. So next show, I'm going to show Michelle as the teacher that got arrested for inappropriate stuff for students.
Aquanet. Did you use Aquanet, Gentry? You probably did.
No, we had
like white girl thing.
We used something called lotion. Spritz. We had Spritz.
You had
Spritz was
okay.
Every like I know white girls that have that aerosol can.
Oh yeah, that aerosol.
Anytime back in the like 90s, if I saw a white girl with a big purse, I knew she had some Aquanet in there.
Ubi says there's a Karen at work that still has the big hair and blue eyeshadow.
Blue eyeshadow. Yep, she wouldn't let it go.
She's probably a barfly.
We had Spritz, so we would use Spritz in our hair to make those like crunchy curls with the Marcel's or the curling iron. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do this. I think I can. So my thing was we had like boot cut jeans, and I didn't like those, like running over my shoes and everything. So I used to tight leg them. So you know how you like folded it over, then you rolled it
Yes.
up, and I'm walking around looking
Yes.
like I'm in 90, like an extra on 90210.
That was
Yes.
such
And
I
a
used
big
to do
trend
that.
back then. Yeah, I think everybody like rolled their pants up,
What
like
did
cuffed them with that little
Yep.
cuff at the bottom.
What did you call it, Michi?
tight legging.
Tight
Yeah,
legging.
tight leg jeans.
Mm-hmm. And now you got the skinny jeans.
Yeah. Then they started coming out like with the jeans like that.
The skinny jeans.
Like already like tight leg.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how women get those on,
What?
because it looks like your foot wouldn't. I don't know.
Fit through the hole at the
Oh
bottom.
no. What's that fabric?
Spandex.
Spandex changed the game.
Oh,
You can
spandex.
get on anything now to stretch over it.
You got some spandex. You're good.
Got
Okay.
cankles that fit over those cankles.
Mm-hmm.
And we are good on time. This will be like the last thing before we hit our D cups commercial, because I almost got yelled at the last time for that. Look in the middle on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Does that not look like Airstream Queen?
It does. Are you sure that's not you, Michelle? Are you sure?
I'm not going to, because I'm not even going to say anything, because Happy Teacher Appreciation
I know,
Week
they
and
ain't
these look
looking
like
happy.
mug shots.
They ain't
Yeah,
looking happy, I'll tell you that.
I'm not besmirching my friend's name.
Oh, and there's my best friend of me. Oh, wait a minute. The teacher said we call it pegging. I think we were talking about something
Pegging, yes,
different.
pegging.
Yeah, I know
Jesus Christ.
pegging is something different.
And Gigi, what kind of show is this turned into? This is
Pegging.
it's
We're going to have
not
to look
Pervy
up what the
Playlist
other
Day.
definition of pegging is.
That's what we called it in pegging, when you folded over the bottom part of your jean and then rolled them up to make them tight.
Oh, I think we just called it, we're making them tight-legged. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
really?
say
No,
tight leg.
I recognize the pegging.
I'm not going to say I was known for
A
pegging
cuff.
in junior high.
Yeah, or cuff. Yeah, I think we said we're cuffing our jeans, or we're tight-legging our jeans. Yeah, cuffing our
Yeah,
jeans.
so that's enough of that. Pegging.
Okay, but what was the teacher appreciation? Were they messing around with students?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
all of them got caught up with that. So there's my lovely wife's ad. So
Hey,
y'all know what it is.
Tiffany.
2 minutes. So yeah, scan that, buy something from her and Tia, and then you can hold it up and compare, and you can find out they're both great. So
I like the idea of doing a collaboration.
Oh, that would be
I
fun.
think that would be cool. If Tia and I
Maybe we
could come
should
up with a collab item.
yeah, do that and raffle it off or
There you go.
something.
See?
So Ubi said the boys use rubber bands. But that's
That was
in
cool. That was smart to use rubber
Right?
bands.
That's actually not
I
a bad
think we would just have to, like, by lunchtime, you have to recuff them.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. She said that we
Adrian?
called them tight rolling. Yeah, I didn't want to say her screen name here.
Oh,
And
I'm
then I was
sorry.
getting it
Rest
confused with
in
the
big
ones
trees.
on. Yeah, getting it confused with the one on Station Head.
She
Okay,
was like,
yeah, they
Peggy,
called
wrap it
them.
up. She said, that's when a lady does a man's butt.
Pegging is when you try and put this round thing into this hole.
We have 1 minute and we are done, everybody. So thank you guys for
Yay.
hanging out with us. Mugshots. Wait, what? What?
What?
That does, to me, it looks like you.
It looks like
So
you.
it looks like you. Don't fight it. And Ubi says pegging, Lord. So hey, yo, Jesus Christ. Why would you say this?
What an unfortunate name.
What an unfortunate nickname for trying to get some jeans tight.
Right.
All right, and we need to go over to Roland's right now. But as always,
Over to Roland's.
we have to say thank you to the Godfather, who without him, none of this would be possible. We would not be doing it. So thank you again, sir. Y'all go over and sign up for our vacation next year. That's a little bit under a year from now. So yeah, don't miss out like y'all that missed out last time. And now y'all mad because you missed out. So
Yeah,
thank you guys. We were efficient today. Last thing, 10 after. Whoops. Need to go back and see what it's talking about. Y'all better stop. See, this is.
Copy the
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Tuesday nights, time and the time is right.
Got no time to play. Leave a heart.